Hi, this is Pam with PS I Love You Crafts, and I have a really cute Christmas ornament to share with you today. The supplies are pretty easy to find and fairly inexpensive. You're going to need a gold ball, some red paint, paint brushes, some Mod Podge, a little tiny flower pot, some nonpareils or sprinkles. Here's a gray or silver paint pen, a very thin tip micron pen. If you don't have a paint pen, gray paint will work, or silver paint. I have some tape, I have some water, I have a plate to work on, and I'm gonna need a funnel, but I don't have a funnel, so I'm gonna do a makeshift funnel out of a piece of paper and use the tape. So let's get started really quickly here. I'm going to start by painting my pot red, and I just need a quick coat on here. Once the glue is dry, I added a coat of Mod Podge. This is the gloss Mod Podge. You can use Mod Podge or you can spray with acrylic sealer, but I just like the glossy texture that it gives to the flower pot. I'm just going to do a quick coat. Okay, we're going to set that aside and let that dry. After the paint and the Mod Podge are dry, we're going to attach our ball. And this is a glass ball, but you could also use a plastic one. And I find the easiest way to get it lined up is to hold it by the string and then touch it down to the flower pot. I'm using hot glue, but you could also use thick craft glue. And you want to be pretty generous with it and make sure you get it especially around the outside. That's pretty good. And I'm going to hold it as straight as I can. Okay. Now we're ready to add our sprinkles, which are going to be our gumballs, and you're going to take the cap off and set it aside. And you need either a really small funnel, or if you don't have a funnel, which I don't, I'm going to make a funnel out of a piece of paper and a little piece of Scotch tape. I'm just going to fold a funnel. There we go. Oops. See if that'll work. I think it will. Open your sprinkles and take the cap off. If you're working with kids, this could be messy. Just a little bit of warning there. Fold this piece down. Okay. And I'm going to pour these in slowly. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to tap the edge just in case there are any left in there. And then you can set that aside. And we're going to put the cap back on, but before we do, we want to put a little bit of hot glue on the inside of the cap so that none of the sprinkles can fall out, or it helps to keep them in there. So let's see if I can do this without burning my fingers. Put another glue stick in. Okay. I'm just putting a little bit of glue around the outside. Ooh. You could also use thick craft glue if you didn't want to use hot glue. Especially if you were working with kids, you wouldn't want them using the hot glue. There we go. I'm going to let it cool just a little bit. If any of that drips on me, it's going to burn me. Okay. And then you want to put the lid back on. Or the cap. There we go. And press it down. And there's still a hole in the center right there. Sprinkles could come out of that hole, so I'm going to add a little tiny bit more glue to that hole. Now that the glue is cool and the Mod Podge and everything is dry, it's time to write on the pot. And let's see if I can find where I think the front should be. Okay, I'm going to do this as the front. And this is a paint pen, and it's great for writing on slick surfaces, glass, plastic, rocks. I just want to make sure it's started first. And I want to draw, oops, I want to draw a square here. Oops. Sorry, I'm going to color it in. All covered. And these paint pens don't take very long to dry. And then I'm going to do a circle up here for the coin slot. And then, you know, I don't know what it's called, but the thing you turn, I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to do a circle. And to finish up your gumball machine, you're going to add a little dot in the middle of the coin turn. And I'm going to add, let's do this one 5 cents. And there you have it. There's an ornament that you can hang on your tree. It's an ornament that you can make with your kids. So I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up, and I hope that you'll subscribe.